Welcome, welcome one and all to the Narc Opp Live. I am Marcus Farrell, your host, and I'm getting started. What we're going to talk about today is something that I think people need to have more of a, I want to say, sort of a more of a realistic approach to when it comes down to dealing with healing from a narcissist, and that is do narcissists regret? You have to excuse me. I'm looking back and forth because I'm now streaming live on YouTube and on TikTok. So when I figure out the technologies where I can just have one stream, till then I'm going to be looking back and forth. Does the narcissist realize, or do they regret losing you? And this question has come up a lot in my one-on-ones, and more importantly, this question has come up in comment sections and conversations that I've had with people, because a lot of people want to say that the narcissist just absolutely has zero feeling. They don't have empathy. But is there a moment where the narcissist is like, well, hold on. Wait a minute for 1 second. I might have messed this one up. And then how can you tell if that is true? Well, first, let's start this off by saying something fantastic, which is you shouldn't care. And in growth with stages from a narcissistic person, you should not care if a narcissist regrets losing you or not. Rule number one, that's the number one rule for this engagement, is to realize that you should not care. That means that when you're growing from separating from a narcissist, when you're growing from your healing from a narcissistic person, right? The number one goal is indifference. A lot of people, when you're going through the phases, especially the folks who are watching these lives, and there's nothing wrong with this, but there's always a question of why? Why did the narcissist do this to me? Why did the narcissist cheat on me? Why did the narcissist lie to me? Why did the narcissist manipulate me? Why did the narcissist this? Why did the narcissist that? Why did the narcissist this? Well, there is a simple answer to that. And that answer is because they are a narcissist. I know it's like, oh, that's not giving me the validation that I need. Well, that's a key statement, because you don't need outside validation. That's a narcissist, my friends. Hello, arborist. And also, again, for folks who are wondering why I'm looking off into the distance or down and below, is because I am streaming on TikTok and YouTube at the same time. So if you want to watch, if you haven't followed me on TikTok, then go over to TikTok and follow me at the Narc Opp. And if you haven't watched me on YouTube, which there's a lot of different content, YouTube, TikTok people, then you should go over to YouTube and check out that page I got right now. So with that being said, the ultimate goal is indifference. Everyone is going to ask questions, though. And a question a lot of people have asked me is, well, dang, does a narcissist regret losing me? So let's start it off. That narcissist that was involved in your life, that whirlwind that you called a relationship, but really it was just a situation, right? That narcissist that was involved in your life came in like an emotional tornado. You thought you met your soulmate. You thought you met the perfect person to spend the rest of your life with. See, narcs don't just lock you down for situationships. If you consider yourself in a relationship with a narcissist, that means that you were a special person. They don't use empaths, chosen ones, universal gifts. They don't use those type of people for long-term relationships. Nah, you had something. You had something. You were somebody. Like Jesse Jackson. I am somebody. You were somebody. So when a narcissist chooses their victims, they don't choose nobody type people, family. This is important to know. This is important to understand. So why am I bringing this up? Well, it's a very simple thing. Since they do choose people based on the level of supply they get, they love bomb you, and they love bomb you at a very high level, right? They love bomb you. They get you enthralled with them, and then all of a sudden you do anything silly like cause a small, tiny narcissistic injury. Then this person is going to all of a sudden start acting differently, right? You, my friend, are now going through the narcissistic cycle. The narcissistic cycle is not a fun thing to go through. But you must go through it, right? And if you saw a couple of my posts, I'll keep bringing this up. I in my mind, I have levels of narcissistic abuse from level 0 all the way to level 5, which is complete lack of care, and you have moved on with your life, and now you are successful. You don't even really think about the narcissist anymore in comparison to what you were with the narcissist. There's a whole level to this, right? Now, what happened during the relationship, the good times, if you think they were good times, the love bomb, if you think they were love bomb, that was special to you, but it was just a part of the relationship for the narcissist, meaning that the bad time was just as important as the good time with the narcissistic person, versus you, who you're looking at the bad times like, I wish I could get rid of that. But you're looking at the good times like, well, yeah, that was awesome. And that's a big problem that a lot of people who separate from a narcissist go through. They go through that one issue. They go through that one rumination point where there was a good time. You might even know what narcissistic abuse is, and you can tend to ruminate and miss the fake character that they made. Ruminate and miss the fake character that they made. You'll take that fake character over being alone sometimes when you're healing from a narcissist. You'll take that love bombing character that they showed you. Thank you for the gift of Anita. You'll take that love bombing character that they created over the real person, because the person that they showed you at the end is the person that they really are. Point blank, period. Now, the narcissist, when they leave you, when they devalue you, most of the time when they're starting to devalue you, they're doing one thing. They're starting to groom or have sex or whatever with a new supply, a third party. They're introducing somebody else to the situation. You might know the person, you might not know the person. The person knows about you. I'm not like a lot of the coaches that believe that narcissists hide everybody from everybody. No, especially when you're with a narcissist for a long period of time. They have mirrored you so much that they talk about you like it's second nature. The narcissist cannot just go about, if you were with the narcissist for a long time or it was a very intense relationship and that narcissist goes through a narcissistic injury, starts to devalue you, discard you, and groom a new supply, that new supply knows about you. That's why I'm not one of the people online, not one of the creators online that's like, the news, poor new supply. Poor new supply. Poor new supply. They're going to become a victim too. Some of y'all are so much of empaths that you are willing to go and tell the new supply, don't stop, don't do it. Don't do that. That narcissist, let the narcissist and the new supply go about their business. The quicker you get away from them, the better it's going to be. So when a narcissist leaves the relationship, they show in their natural behinds. I mean, they're doing everything in their power to make you feel like you are less than some random JoJo beanhead little boy or little girl that popped up out of the blue, and all of a sudden they've met the love of their life. So they're devaluing you on that same level. They're getting a massive amount of emotional energy, aka supply, from you at the same level as, if not higher, than you got during the love bombing phase. This Narc is a weirdo when it comes down to supply. The narcissist is the strange person when it comes down to supply, because with regular human beings and empaths, I think there's a difference. There's a third term I think called with muggles. There's the people who've never been through narcissistic abuse, or they're not empaths. They don't make them narcissists. You don't get energy off of someone else's pain. Not a narcissist. A narcissist is enjoying every single move. That's why when they go and it's time for them to leave, they go hard, my friends. They go extremely hard. So when you ask yourself, hey, does the narcissist regret anything about losing me? Like a normal relationship. I'm sure you've had a boyfriend or a girlfriend in the past that when you broke up, it was just like, hey, yeah, I don't really rock with you no more, but I can check in with you. How you doing? You feeling good? We might not worked out. Might not have to be friends, but we don't have to manipulate each other, lie to each other, gaslight each other, make each other feel horrible. That's not the narcissist MO. So, my friend is more than control. I'm going to get into that. So, during this devaluation, they show their natural behind. They are doing and saying things during the devaluation. They are dropping a smear campaign on you of the weirdest, biggest lies that anybody could possibly make. They are absolutely showing these lies. They are running the biggest smear campaign. They are love bombing the new supply 5 to 10 times harder than they love bombed you. And there's a reason behind that. Because when they love bombed you, they were figuring you out. They had to lock you in. You were special. You are the empath. You are the chosen one, the universal gift. Now they got your energy, your special empathic energy, chosen one energy, and they're using it on the new supply. So the new supply is getting a version of them that's like Goku Super Saiyan mode. It's like a charged up Superman when he goes straight to space and straight in front of the sun. When the narcissist leaves you, they're leaving with a higher amount of energy than they met you with. The person before you did not have the same level of energy that you did, that you gave the new supply. You know how I know that? Because you're watching me. You're hurting. The people that are hurting the most, right? The people that got hurt the most did the most. That means that the people who are watching these type of videos are the people. You're not lame. You're not weak. You're not messed up. The people who watch these videos are the ones that did the most for the narcissist. They gave up the most emotional energy for the narcissist. You love the narcissist harder than anybody else. That person that was before the narcissist is not online right now looking at narcissistic videos. That person before you is not online right now looking at how to heal from a narcissist, thinking about what all the narcissistic cycles are, learning the terminology. No, you're here for a reason, because you are an empath and you gave like that. The person before you didn't, even if the person before you is the new supply right now. Right? This needs to be said. So the new supply after an empath is getting love bombed way harder than you ever did. There's a catch to that, but way harder than you ever did. The narcissist is showing their natural butt in the opposite direction with the new supply after you. That means the narcissist has told every lie, told everything, shared all of your vulnerabilities, and now you are topic numero uno when it comes down to the narcissist in the new supply. They are not that smart. They do not have the best. They do not have the best conversation skills. If you want to know what the narcissist did to you, listen to the smear campaign most of the time. Whatever they said you did in the smear campaign is what they're doing. They really don't have organic, inventive skills to create new lies. Oh, yeah, they left me for another dude. They would go and listen, they would be standing with a new supply at a bar holding hands, kissy face, a week after y'all broke up. And then will be telling their friends, their flying monkeys, yeah, you know, he or she took this guy to the bar, just took their person to the bar and was holding hands with him. And because the flying monkeys are complete idiots, they're like, yeah, oh, that's messed up. Oh, that's really, really, really messed up. Because they're not creative people. Narcissists are not creative people. Narcissists are not creative people. They just literally take their whatever they did to you, switch the names around, and then voila, smear campaign. So you want to know how dirty they did you? Just listen to the smear campaign. But don't listen to this. Don't respond to the smear campaign. I don't suggest that whatsoever, because the truth ends up coming to the light. I'm gonna get back to the topic. This all has to do with the topic. By the way, if you're watching me on TikTok, please leave me one of those gifts right there. Hit the heart button up there at the top. Super chat me. Become a part of my fan club. If you're on YouTube right now, then hey, welcome to the party. I'm just starting to stream over here. So hi. Y'all probably have seen my content, but you haven't necessarily saw my person or me doing live. So I do this on TikTok and YouTube. Send me one of those gifts, right? And if you have any questions, please feel free to leave in the chat. And if you're interested in the one-on-one, don't mind me, please email the narcopp@gmail.com and I can get you set up with a one-on-one. I help people. I'm not sitting up here saying I'm better or worse than anybody else. I just want you to be happy and get the help that you need to heal. So there's a narcissist regret losing you. I'm going to get back to that. They're gonna tell the flying monkeys all the things that they did to you, right? So they are getting supply out of your reaction. And oh my God, empath. Oh my God, you are so lame sometimes. You're so weak sometimes. They will say something and then you will just chase right after them. You shouldn't be watching their social media, but since you can't help it, they'll post some picture with them in the new supply, holding hands. Oh, so in love. I love the new supply. She's my everything. I like when the narcissist, when my new supply opens my doors. The new supply is basically a broke down, cheap Pinto version of you, the Ferrari. You've done everything at a higher level and a better level than the new supply. But it doesn't matter because they have to make the new supply look great. They have to make the new supply look perfect. They have to make the new supply look like they are heaven. They have to do this. It is important for them to elevate the new supply over you. In their mind, in the new supply's mind, in that flying monkey mama mind, and the flying monkeys that surround them, they have to make the new supply look better than you. Why? Now, here's where it all gets messed up, and this is how we're going to get into why the narcissist does have a version of regret for losing you. Narcissists have a lack of foresight. Narcissists don't plan well for the future. Narcissists, when they make the decision to leave you, if they see a rock that has an ear, that rock could end up being a flying monkey, or that rock could end up being a new supply. So please understand this. Anybody can get your narcissist. Anybody can get your narcissist. They don't have to have no game. They don't have to be on some smooth player type crap. No. Anyone can get your narcissist. As long as it's not you, and as long as they can talk about you to the new supply, then you can guarantee that that narcissist is perfectly fine about spreading lies about you and about making the new supply feel better. And to all the flying monkeys, they're going to make the new supply look. They're going to make the new supply look like they are God's gift to earth, but they have no foresight. They don't run relationship credit checks. They had months, maybe years planning on how they were going to get you. They didn't take that kind of time with the new supply. That's the chink in their narcissistic armor. That's the problem with the narcissistic movements. They didn't vet the new supply. No, the only thing they want to do when they were discarding you, devaluing you, is hurt you, which is weird. The reason why they wanted to hurt you so much and could not get that off their mind because they lack object constancy. They cannot, when they close their eyes, you are always going to be the same person. So a narcissist can never really forgive you. You didn't do anything to be forgiven upon, but in their minds, when you cause a narcissistic injury, it hurt them. And once they found another option that looked decent, it just looked, and probably didn't even have to look. It just anybody. Oh, this is the love of my life now. A month after they left you. Make it make sense, family. Make it make sense, family. Please make that part make sense. But we're still going to get into it because I want everybody to understand exactly where we're going with this right here. Okay? So they rushed and they told everybody. They told everybody. I found the love of my life and my ex is trash. And some people over there on that side of the house are like, you mean the one that took you to the island for your birthday? Yeah, he's trash. You mean the one that let your family live with him? Yeah, he's trash. She's trash. You mean the one that cooked you dinner every day and let you use their car? Yeah, they're trash. But see, this new guy or this new girl, oh my God, let me tell you something. He gave me a rose. Oh my God. Oh my God. They took me to McDonald's. Oh my God. I've met the best person in my life because we had sex. It could be anything. It could be anything, family. They're going to make the new supply out to be a much better person than you. And they told everybody. But what happens? What if one imaginary day, one day in the future, you just decide, because you're chasing the whole time, you're trying to figure out things. You're trying to figure out answers. You're trying to figure out family. You're trying to figure out, okay, you're trying to figure out what happened. You're going on this social media. You want to compare yourself to the new supply sometimes. You want to see what they're doing. You want to see what they're lying to you about. Each and every single motion that you make towards that narcissist during this time period is doing nothing but giving that narcissist supply. Point blank, period. You might think starting an argument with a narcissist is something that they won't like. That narcissist over there literally getting turned on physically by your argument, especially if they have a new supply. They like the feeling of being on their cell phone right with a new supply. Look, they're bothering me again. Look, they can't leave me alone. Oh, they're going to stalk me forever. You have to be careful. They've made the new supply your enemy. They have made, you might as well go ahead and you are the devil to the new supply. That's why I say don't reach out to the new supply, because the new supply don't have nothing good for you. The new supply has nothing good for you. I don't care if they seem like a sweet person. I don't want them to be hurt. Shut your empathic butt up. Stop being such a little weak-minded empath, please. You're lame. You're lame-o. Anybody who wants to reach out to the new supply is a lame-o. Oh, I want to warn them. I want to stop the relationship. Well, let me give you a secret, folks. The only way that you stop a relationship with a narcissistic person, the only way you hurt their new relationship is by doing the easiest thing, but the hardest thing possible. You remove your energy. You have to remove your energy. And a lot of people don't realize, because the narcissist leaves you in such a whirlwind of pain and terror and fear and hurt and agony. These narcs are crazy. They leave you at the bottom of the pit. Please don't consider ever doing something to harm yourself because of them, but they will do that. And you don't realize that they needed you to do that so they could function for the new supply. You didn't hear me? I don't think you heard me. They needed you chasing them so they could function for the new supply. You ever wonder why when the narcissist leaves you, all of a sudden they just date everybody? They have like 15 people. They might have one supply, but they definitely have other people just floating around because they used to get all of that from you. They used to get it all from one source. But they made the decision that you weren't good enough. And now let me tell you how powerful you are, my friend, empath chosen one. Let me tell you how powerful you are. You didn't realize during this thought process. You didn't realize when you were in love with the narcissist. You didn't realize that you were the center of everything for the narcissist. You didn't realize that they got so used to your kindness, your heart, your joy, the way that you operated. You got so awesomely, so much good supply from you because you were consistent, you were loving, you were valuable. They ain't never had nobody like you before. They never had anyone like you. They never had anyone like you. So the reason why you got discarded was, I'm going to tell you something, you're going to get discarded no matter what happens because they get cocky. They get arrogant. They get used to your energy. They get used to your supply. They get used to your vibrations. Now, family, I need you to hear me out. I want this to be understood. You had to get discarded because you were too good. They kept messing up. You kept taking them back. They kept messing up. You kept giving them supply. To them, in their mind, you were a doormat. To them, in their mind, you were a doormat. To them, in their mind, you were going to keep taking it forever. To them, in their mind, oh, I've used them up. I've taken everything that I can take. See, you got to understand, the narcissist does understand one thing, and that's themselves. They don't understand empaths. See, they think that they use you up because you might have ran out of resources, or you might have set a boundary, right, for the first time ever. To them, that's, oh, they don't have anything left. To you, it's like, no, I just like self-respect. They think that, oh, yeah, wait a minute. There ain't nothing left that they can do for me. I done took everything. Now, imagine having all your energy. They think that you need outside validation because they need outside validation. That's not how it works, family. Empathic people don't need outside validation. They get it from within. You are the fuel source. You're the center of the fuel matrix. You don't need outside validation. They need it. So they leave you. Y'all follow what these clowns do? They leave you thinking that they've taken everything from you and they can get better supply somewhere else, not realizing that they're humming along life the whole time, just humming along in life the whole time, riding your energy. Thank you, Trina. Thank you, Trader. riding your energy. That's you. So watch them closely. If you remember, they were dressing like you, they were talking like you. I'm talking about they're a whole nother opposite sex or the same sex, and they just stole your whole swagger, your whole vocabulary. They're over there with the new supply being baby you, being you. Being you while ignoring you sometimes. Being you while cheating on you sometimes. Being you trying to, no wonder you're tired, family. During that time period, dealing with this narcissist got you tired. That's because you got 3 people soaking up your energy, if not more. The narcissist is trying to be you. The narcissist is trying to change the new supply into you, and you're trying to get yourself back. And let's not just talk about how many times the narcissist and flying monkeys been talking about you. You're tired. You got to be tired. Jesus, need a breath. It's like you've been smoking 15 Newports. And then you decide to go take a marathon. You ain't ran in 2 years. That's how the narcissist makes you feel. But they did all this, so they're not, now that love bomb that the narcissist put out, that love bomb that they're giving the new supply, is so much more heavy and fast and heated and sexy and juicy for the new supply. I'm not trying to trigger you, empath. Don't get mad. I'm not trying to trigger you, empath. Don't get mad. Now, if you're watching me right now anywhere and you like what you're hearing, please type in the hashtag FYP. Feel free to send me one of those gifts right there. Go up to the top of the screen, hit that heartbeat button if you're on TikTok. If you're on YouTube, feel free to go over and leave a comment. It's perfectly fine. I love you. I love all y'all family, right? So they're running on your energy. And they left with your energy. So the new supply is getting love bomb at an extremely high level. Now, what happens next? 2 things happen kind of at the same time. You start getting tired of the dynamic. That's what really happens. You get tired of the dynamic that, well, first off, the narcissist is with somebody else. Second off, they playing games with you. Normally, that's how it happens with people, where it's like, man, I'm sick of this. I'm bored. This, chasing this narcissistic person around. See, they don't realize that you're not going to sit there and just chase them while they're in a new relationship forever. Some narcissists will leave stuff at your house, take your stuff, then expect you to be around for years, months, years after they're with somebody else. So they think that they can have a whole relationship with a new person. And you just sit there like twiddling your thumbs. Oh, can't wait for them to come back. You get tired, family. You get tired. And it's like, this is pointless. And more importantly, it's like, I'm awesome. Not only did the narcissist miss out on something, but I'm awesome. I'm choosing myself. And then it organically happens to you one day where you start to be like, wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. Wait a minute. I could be fine by myself. I'm starting to enjoy the silence. And if I am in a relationship, if I am in a relationship, I could be in a relationship with a person that values me. And see, they might be pretty or handsome or have a lot of money, but you eventually start saying to yourself, wait a minute, there's other pretty, handsome people with money out there. I don't even really need a date right now. Don't be like me. I was growling at women on Edgewood. Real story. Growling. Girl wanted to buy me a drink. Started growling at her. Get away from me. So just take your time and heal. Take your time and heal before you go and you start a new relationship, right? And then when you find the right one for you, the one that appreciates you, the one that loves you organically, the one that's not trying to manipulate you, you'll know it. Once you learn this narcissistic cycle, you'll never go through it again. This will be the only time that you ever have to go through it. All right, family, let's get back to it. So now you remember, you start pulling your energy back. And you remember now, when you weren't pulling your energy back, the narcissist is a spiritual being, whether you believe it or not. The narcissist is a spiritual being. Don't forget, they have good spirits and they have bad spirits. They have good spirits and they have evil spirits. The narcissist is controlled by evil entities. So even if you didn't say a word while you were ruminating over the narcissist felt your energy. The narcissist is better at feeling energy than you are during the relationship. When you were chasing that narcissist around, when you were looking at their social media profiles, when you were following that narcissist around, when you were just being, you're not valuing yourself. And by the way, the narcissist hates when you have self-respect. So when you're chasing this narcissistic person around, let me tell you something, family. They felt every single iota of a moment from it, and they got supply from it. Some of y'all think, well, you know me, I'm just going to sneak on this. I'm going to sneak over here and see what they doing on their little social media profile. Even though I done told everybody I don't talk to them, I'm going to sneak over here. And then it's like, the narcissist is like, yes, they're looking at me. Could be across the planet. Could be in space. You just shot that energy directly to them. But then you stop shooting energy their direction. Oh, the new supply. I love my new supply. But then all of a sudden, it don't hit the same with the new supply a couple months down the road when you're not calling no more. Let me explain to y'all how this part works. The new supply and the narcissist, they don't have much to talk about after you stop fucking with them. Oops, excuse my language. I'm on YouTube trying to keep it clean. When you stop messing with them, they don't have a lot of things to talk about after that point. So it's like, what do they look like? Oh, yeah, my ex. Oh, yeah, my ex. My ex, he won't leave me alone. Yes, he will. He did. He stopped. What y'all got to talk about now? Yeah, you remember when my ex called me at 2 o'clock in the morning crying? You remember that? That's what they're left to. Memories of your remnants of your energy. They got to pull supply from energy back in the day. That gets tiring. That gets boring. And the narcissist has a low boredom threshold. And they never vetted. Remember this part. They never vetted the new supply. The new supply, when that narcissist stops love bombing them and they stop getting that energy every day, they could be an absolute psychopath. You don't know what that narcissist they ran into. They probably could have ran into another narcissist because they took all your energy in the first place and they're acting like you. So therefore, they're acting like an empath. And if they're acting like an empath, what do empaths attract? That's right, folks. They attract narcissists. Can't make this up. Can't make this up. So there is a likelihood that your narcissist is going to run into another narcissist, and they gonna get done worse. See, don't forget something. They're being a little bit vulnerable when it comes down, even though they're only vulnerable to a certain degree. They're being a little bit vulnerable to the new supply. The reason why is because they gotta act like you hurt them so bad. They gotta act like you destroyed their life so bad. Meanwhile, they're being emotional terrorists. Tasmanian tricks. Blah, 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 chaos demons. So they might run into another narcissist that uses their vulnerability against them. They can be affected by another narcissist. Don't forget that. But they all this happens because they have a lack of foresight. They have a lack of foresight. They can't. You see how I see glasses? That's so I can see clearly in distances. This is their sight when it comes down to picking a new supply. Anything that I touch is my next person. This person's gonna be better than what I'm with now, because what I'm with now won't do what I asked them to do, but they're gonna stay there until I come back. They have a lack of foresight. They have a serious lack of foresight. Learn that term, folks. Go study that part. A lot of people don't talk about that with narcissistic abuse. T on MPD does. A couple other people do, but it's my favorite topic. Is the ironic, massive lack of foresight that they have. Like, you are sitting in a house, getting your bills paid, getting dinner cooked for you, having a committed person, and you leave that to go be a 304 in the streets, to go be a trick. You leave that. You leave consistency and love to go be. That's weird. That's weird. You guys need to look up lack of foresight. You guys have to look up lack of foresight. All right. So let's get back to it, because I don't want to keep y'all here all night. We go here for a good time, not a long time, just like your narcissist. The narcissistic person, this trick, they don't have foresight. So they didn't vet the new supply. And the new supply is not, this is why I guarantee you guys that the regret and the karma comes no matter what. The new supply does not react like you did to their, even if they did, it's not the same way that you did. They don't react to their manipulation like you did. See, don't forget the last situation that they were in for a long term, you reacted a certain way when they did something. You took them back. You yelled at them a certain way. You gave them a little something. Whatever it was, they were used to that from you, and now you're gone. And they're looking for that same reaction, that same supply source that made them feel so powerful during the discard from you. But it never comes. Because you're not there. They're seeking validation. So a major part of their power source left. So for a little while, they try to up the ante to get, think about it for a second. They try to do more things for the new supply to get that kind of supply that they got from you, from the new supply, from a person that they did not know anywhere as long as you. They still don't know that person like you knew the narcissist. You feel me, family? So that now they're doing the same tactics that they used to get supply from. And the new supply is like, what? I don't like this. I'm out. Sometimes they break up. Sometimes the new supply is a narcissist. Sometimes the new supply is a malignant narcissist, and they get to fighting over there. They get to hurting each other over there. But whatever it is, it's not the same supply that you gave the narcissist. And that, my friends, is when, as Zion says on YouTube, that's when self-absorbed regret comes in. That's when you'll start seeing a Hoover. That's when you'll start feeling your energy come back also. That's when you start feeling your energy come back. And boy, it's nothing like it. Family, if you haven't gotten your energy back from the narcissist yet, let me tell you something, family. There is nothing like being out of that toxic web. There's nothing like it. There's no better feeling. Come here. Look at me. I'm the captain now. When you get your energy back. When you get your energy back from a narcissist, they will crash and burn. They can't help it. They can't help it. You gotta go, my guy. Sorry about this. I got a little animal in here. Well, do you want some protein? Excuse me, technical difficulties. All right, there you go. So you pull your energy back, that narcissist immediately crashes because they have a very, very strong memory of the things that you did to them. They have a very strong memory of the things you did for them. That's when life starts kicking them in the ass. The narcissist doesn't know. You might have been the provider for that family. You might have been a person that was the stabilizer. Most likely, if you were an empath and you were dealing with the narcissist, you were the stabilizer. You were the provider. I'm going to take a pause for a second and tell you, please send me a gift. Tap that screen. If you're on TikTok, please tap away. Drop the hashtag FYP. If you're over here on YouTube, man, make sure that y'all leave me a comment. Y'all can send a super chat if you want to. I will answer questions. It is what it is. Hey, Miss Michelle, do me a favor. Tap the screen. Drop a hashtag FYP. Get me on this algorithm, man. You know that TikTok algorithm. Oracle over here messing with stuff. Shout out to you folks over on YouTube, y'all. And then send me a gift if you're really rocking with me. I will do any one of those things. And if you send me one of those things, I will freestyle rap for you. And y'all get to see Mark Spitter. That's my rap name. You know, it sounds crazy, but and I'm good. All right. So let's continue. I want to make sure you guys understand this. So we're walking through this. So you've pulled your energy back. They don't have, and thank you guys for the gifts. And also do that daily heart me. Become a part of my fan club, right? Oh, the doctor's in the building. Hey, beautiful. Man, there's some pretty women in the building now. Scandalous up in here. Man, these narcs be messing up so bad. God damn, fellas, let me tell you something. When I drop, I ain't gonna tell y'all when I drop it though, y'all better get on it. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. When I drop it, y'all better get on it. Get you one of these scarred up, crazy, post-traumatic syndrome, PTSD ass women that looking good. You just gotta make sure they healed. But we're going to get into that. All right. So listen, this is very simple. You pulled your energy back from the narcissist. Also, last thing, if you're interested in a one-on-one session, please feel free to email me at thenarcopp@gmail.com. Op with 2 P's at gmail.com. Please feel free. Email me. I'm cheap. I'm effective. And I'm funny. And I'm sexy. And I'm handsome. And I look good. And I ran 2 miles again the other day. Like, y'all, summertime, boy, monster. Speaking of summer, if you're in the Atlanta metro area, get ready to get touched. Winter is coming. Winter is coming. Winter is coming. Be careful. Stay warm this weekend, family. All right, you pulled your energy back. You get bored. That narcissist did not do a good enough job at recognizing what the new supply was. They just rushed into any old anybody land. And when they got over to any old anybody, they found an any old anybody that was willing to trick off and talk noise about you. A couple of things are happening here. First off, karma is starting to take effect. And the reason why karma is taking effect is because they don't have you any longer. That's the first phase of karma. I will be dropping a video on the phases of karma too soon. That's the first phase of karma. Second thing that happens at this point, thank you, Dr. M. The second thing that happens at this point, Kim Possible, I'm sorry, we got it. It's coming towards us, sweetheart. It's gonna be cold. Is they don't have anything to talk about, so they collapse. Now, since they can't take accountability for anything that they do, what is this narcissistic person going to do? What is this narcissistic person going to do? They're going to blame everybody around them for losing you, the stabilizer. So you might not recognize this. And the narcissist did recognize it, but they just didn't care. They decided to choose the other side. So they're going to blame other people. Yes, they will find other distractions, but you got to understand something. When you pull your energy back, see, people always typically go to this place where it's like, they're just going to find somebody else and do it to someone else. You are the people that don't understand your value to the narcissist. You haven't come back to earth yet and realized exactly what you provided the narcissist, because you're still in the delusional la la land and the narcissist left you in. They got you feeling like you ain't that person. You ain't him. You ain't her. And you are him. You are her. You are she. You are he, him, her, it, them, they, other. When they choose that side, family, when they choose that side, it's never a good experience because they realized that they chose wrong. But see, when you pull your energy back, the manipulation that they used to use to keep you involved, the silent treatments, the breadcrumbing, the gaslighting, the manipulation, the I'm so sorry's and I won't do it again. No, you went too far, shorty. You went too far. You chose a whole nother human being. See, once they touch somebody else, it's over with. You chose a whole nother human being. Now you got to stay for, no, we don't pray for karma. No, we don't pray for karma. Nope. No, Chrissy, we don't pray for karma. Nope. I'm going to get into that, but we do not pray for karma. You pray for karma, you're going to get that same karma. So this narcissistic person chose their side because of lack of foresight. They chose wrong, right? They start to self-absorb regret, not only about losing you, but they regret this part, their new life, without the best stabilizer that they ever had. Check this out. You take a AA battery, right? AA battery. And it's the rechargeable AA batteries. You used to have them where you could just recharge AA batteries and you could use them for a long period of time, right? But you notice, just like your cell phone, that when you first get the battery, right, as soon as it drains out, it might charge all the way up again, but it starts burning faster. It's the same thing with the narcissistic situation, right? Their battery was getting recharged by you at the highest level possible. But as soon as they started using you, they can't get charged up no more from other supplies. They have to replace you with 3 or 4 supplies. Their life becomes more chaotic. They can't get recharged like they did with you. You were the brand new cell phone battery that was willing to work forever at the same energy level until you're finally like, nah, I gotta cut myself off. I gotta cut this off. So they will never be able to charge that battery at 100%, and that battery's not going to operate at that same level that it did with you ever again. They missed that turn. Your absence causes a collapse. Will they ever admit it to you? No. Some of them will. Some of them, I heard people say, oh, they came back. They tried to apologize, only to do it again 3 months later after you fell for it again. That's why you can never go back to sleep. That's why you can never go back to sleep, family. See, by the way, I need everybody to drop a hashtag FYP in the comment section right now. And also, if you're rocking with me real quick, man, just drop a smiley face. Y'all want to see y'all smile. Matter of fact, drop a cool emoji. If you hate this, if you hate my live, then drop an emoji down low. Just say something like, yeah, I hate this live. And drop an emoji that expresses your feeling. Empath. We'll do something different real quick. Emoji check in. Great. I'll take a thumbs up. Cool. Take all that. Peace. Cup. That's the, what are you trying to say there, buddy? I'm not an empty cup. I am a full cup, and I am here to help you fill up your cup. How about that? All right, let's get back to it. They will never get charged up again. You cannot believe them. So sometimes you got to understand something. A narcissist will gaslight themselves also in order to get supply. You wonder if why they keep looking at your social media. It's because they need to have some version of you. That's the little, it's like little hits after you came down. It's like they're trying to get back to square, level zero, lay down. So their regret is always about them, but their regret is a little bit more instantaneous too. If you were the provider and did all these things, and all of a sudden, see, because the narcissist was grooming the new supply, but the new supply is like at some point, because they're not empaths. Some of them are narcissists and some of them are just muggles, but eventually they're going to have a quicker boundary because the narcissist is acting more narcissistic on the opposite end for the new supply. When you pull your energy back, all that goes away fast. Fast, family, very fast. Overnight sometimes. And all of a sudden, the new supplies over there like, what? What is this? What it is that you should have kept the empath name out your mouth. New supply. What it is the flying, and the flying monkeys catch it too. Now that narc is over there collapsing. Now that narc is over there sad. Now that narc, you ain't seen the narc in 5-6 months on social media. You ain't seen a post from him. I know you're looking. You ain't seen a post from him. You ain't heard no Hoover, no nothing. They just went dark. They just went dark. That's the collapse. And it's well deserved. That narc about to hit the mental hospital. You think I'm playing? After you, narcissists gonna hit a mental hospital. Some of them need professional help. That don't mean you gotta help them. Matter of fact, you're not gonna help them. You're not gonna celebrate it. You're not gonna finally feel like they got theirs. You're not gonna go out of your way and be like, oh yeah, they deserve it. No. You got to get beyond that phase. That's why I said don't pray for their karma. The quicker you don't care, the quicker their karma comes. That is their karma. You not caring is their karma. It seems like opposite world. In the real world, if you want to get your revenge on somebody, you do something about it. You go over there, you put your hands on them, or you tell them it's a piece of your mind. In narc world, which is opposite, you don't do none of that. That's what they want. Don't you remember the relationship with a narcissist? I don't know how recent it is. You remember how ratchet it was? You remember how ratchet the relationship with the narcissist was? I mean, ratchet. Like it was never a moment of peace. It was always some drama. They always had something to do. They could never sit their ass down somewhere. It was always something extra going on with the narcissist. There were moments where you were like, dang, is it ever going to stop? Do I deserve, like, you know, I'm not even talking about the conversation you had with them about like what is going to make you happy. Like, why are you always upset about something? Why are we always arguing? Because you the reason why we argue all the time. I asked you what you wanted for dinner and you got mad. It's your fault. So why? Okay, so all right then. this is I'm you now. I'm you. All right, so all right, just remind me one more time what I did. You always bringing up stuff. Okay. What did I bring up? You just always doing it. Are you upset that I asked you where you were when you came back at the house at 5 o'clock in the morning? See, you always got to bring up old things. Yeah, we never addressed it. I would like to properly address what happened. See, this is why I can't be dealing with you. So can we come to a resolution? No, they don't want a resolution. They get supply off of that confusion. When you pull your energy back, all that goes away. You don't have to worry about that no more. Man, I'm trying to help you think about this a little bit differently. I am. I really am trying to make you think about this situation a little bit differently with this narcissist. Remember, you had to go through all of that every day? Bruh. Every day you were going through something. Every day you were being made to feel like you did something wrong. That's them controlling you. That's them having power over you. That's them keeping you in their manipulation. They are getting supply off of that. You might have a clear resolution. You might have a clear answer. They don't want that. I use this example all the time. You're in a conversation with a narcissist. You say, hey, narcissist, 1 plus 1 equals 2. Well, we just gonna have to agree to disagree on that. What? No. 1 plus 1 equals 5. 5, it equals 5. What? 1 plus 1. So there's 1 here. We got 1 by itself, and then you have another 1. Now, if you put them together, they are 5. Why you always got to argue? You remember that? That's what you left, family. So do they regret it? Yes, they regret those arguments not being able to happen anymore. The new supply might have bust them in the mouth. The new supply might have cheated on them already. The new supply might have left them already. They might be on their 3rd supply. You don't know. If you're in proper no contact, you don't know what the hell going on with them because you don't care. Family, you don't care no more. And that not caring is the ultimate downfall for a narcissist who depended on some version of supply from you, the empath. So do they regret losing you? The answer to that question, my friends, is yes, a resounding yes. But here's the big part about it. You become a level 4, level 5 empath. What is this on my hat? Yeah, figure that out. You become a level 4, level 5 empath. Then you realize something important. You just don't care no more. You just don't care no more. You have been rocking with the Narc Opp. I appreciate everybody for joining me tonight. If you're interested in a one-on-one, email thenarcop@gmail.com. On my profile, you can find 4 of my ebooks. You go to gumroad.com and then type in The Narc Opp. You will see my ebooks. One of them is free. Y'all don't ever download it, but one of them is actually free. Go get a free ebook, man, from your boy. And then I have a couple that you probably need that are $5.99, and then one is a couple of them are $9.99. Go check them out. They're worth a read. I'll be dropping some audiobooks for them real soon also. And what else I wanted to say to you? Yeah, inbox me for coaching. Inbox me sometimes just to say, what's up? Hey, Marcus, how you doing? By the way, my name is not The Narc Opp. You don't have to call me The Narc in your lives. That's weird. Hey, look, it's The Narc. Huh? What? Please follow me on YouTube for different content. YouTube, please follow me on TikTok for different content. It's been fun. It's been real. Please stay narc free. Email any questions. I'll be on tomorrow morning. I'll be on a lot this weekend because I'm not going nowhere. I'm in Hateville. If you're in the Atlanta, Georgia area, you can order me a drink, but I ain't leaving the house. This is the Narc Opp. Be safe, Atlanta area. Be safe, the South. We got a freeze coming over. Check in on your family members, your elderly folks, the folks that cared about you when you were young. You need to care about them right now. It's going to be a very cold weekend in the South. Anyway, this has been the Narc Opp. I love you. I love you. I love you. Peace.